Hey team, this Thursday got something very special for you. It's in the morning when you'll be fresh, time enough to accept maybe if you're in WA, get your coffee, get your team out, organised and buckle in. We're going to be going through the 6-week game plan. This is super important. One of the reasons is that inside your head is a vision of where you want to take the business, which is cool. Let's go there. But what's not so cool is that while it's inside your head, your poor team have trouble seeing it. So we're going to shed some light on it and we're going to actually build a strategy map. Now, some of you already have this in place and we've had a version of it. We're going to update it. We're going to update it every 6 weeks because the gap and the action will change. So the goal probably won't change. The goal will be pretty steady. We'll check in and make sure that still makes sense for you. But definitely the gap, because you guys are kicking goals and improving things so quickly, will change. And because of that, the action, we'll have a couple of actions that come out that change. Now, the reason that's so important about getting that vision out of your head for your team is because when you have all these people working with you and they can see what you're building, it makes it a lot easier. Now, speaking of getting people to work with you, I was fortunate enough to have a live session with Adrienne Dorison, who is famous for the clockwork methodology. She's a business process delegation guru. I want to share what she taught me and what I learned from it. There were 4 Ds, which are a little bit different to what I first thought. And the hierarchy from top to bottom, because it's way better up the top here, is the first D is doing. Now, every business needs to do some doing. We've got to make stuff happen. You do doing in your role. But as you grow the business, you want to elevate and have other people doing as well. So there's multiple people in your business who are doing rather than just you as you grow. The next step up is deciding, and this is what some people call delegating, but you'll see that that's actually quite different. But deciding is where you get other people. It could be leading hands, could be tradesmen, could be admin, could be VAs, whatever, doing some stuff for you. So they're doing, but they're actually getting you to decide. And this is where you're getting people to do tasks. So if you get things done, that's the lowest level of delegation. Can you write this for me? Can you go and do this job? Can you put up this cable tray? Can you go and unblock this sewer? These are tasks. Can you quote this job? But what happens is if you do this bad version of delegating, which she called deciding, you end up just in this loop of having to decide everything for these people as they go. They come back to you. Is this okay? What do I do next? What's going on? Because all you've given them is tasks. That brings us to delegating. Super important difference here in that delegating is where we start to get some leverage. And why that is because we don't delegate tasks like we did here. We actually get outcomes out. And I'm going to show you the 3 C's that help you delegate outcomes. If you delegate outcomes, when they don't come back to you with a decision point, they come back to you with a result. That is where the gold lives. Now, the top part here, where we'd love to be, is designing. That is building your business and deciding what it looks like, where it's going, how it feels, what clients it services, what sort of products and services you deliver, what sort of team you want to build. You get to design. You're in your own business. You get to design it how you want it. So we're going to do that when we pull this together. It's already up here. Let's just pull it out on paper. Now, in this designing side, you're entering into proper business ownership, that rather than an operator. Interesting too, I noticed that in the doing, doing is where leaders go to die. Why do they go to die? Well, they don't mean to go there, but generally it's where business owners go and hide if they're not sure what the right next step is. Could be on site, could be doing some admin, could be in a spreadsheet, could be doing a quote, but it's doing. That's where you go to die, or your business goes to die when you go there, or your business goes to die. You get my point. So we want to live as much as we can in delegating and above. That's where the gold is, where the good businesses are going. Now, promised you we'd do the 3 C's. Quick look. To make delegating work, you need to give the person you're delegating to 3 things. Information. They've got to know, they've got to have information and skills, perhaps. They've got to have what they need to get the job done, whether it's the right tools, it's the right information on the server, it's the right pricing sheets, it's the right specs, it's the right whatever. They need the information to do the job. They need permission. They've got to have your permission to do it, and so they understand what their scope is. They've got to have permission to fail. How much can they fail by? You've got to let them, skin their knees and, just flap around a little bit so they can learn. They've got to have permission of how much they can spend, how many hours, how much in dollars, what can they go up to. You have some parameters around these permissions, and the outcome has got to be clear. Not the task, the outcome. And if you get the outcome right and they've got the right permissions, you give them the right information, now you're delegating. And you are at this level 2, level 1 being the top, you're dealing with outcomes. So I wanted to share that. There's 4 Ds in getting things done. Don't be a doer, be a designer and a delegator. There's 3 Ps to be a good delegator. IPO, information, permission, outcome. And Thursday, here are the times, get online. We are going to go through this 6-week plan because we're going to unlock the vision inside your head, get it to your team on a 1 page, and the 1 page is designed so the first year apprentice can understand it, and the board of directors, if that is what you have in place, can understand it. Look forward to seeing you then. Cheers.